Our next guest is a familiar face to late-night viewers. Paul Mecurio is an Emmy and Peabody award-winning comedian who works and appears on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. He also has a Broadway show called Permission to Speak, where audience members are invited to stage to talk about their personal stories in an open and laugh-out-loud environment. Paul, tell us about the show.
Yeah, it's born out of my stand-up. I love to talk to audiences. I was getting these amazing stories. You know, you're a journalist, and everybody really does have a story. And if you peel back the onion and ask a few extra questions, you get this gold. And so it's pretty basic. I basically invite people on stage, tell their stories, not pre-screened, and we just roll with it. And the stories
you never know what you're gonna get.
Oh, exactly. Like, and the responses to the questions have always just blown my mind. It's really great. The stories can be unbelievable and surprising and catchy.
And every show is different.
Yeah, so I'm getting repeats. People are coming back to see, and what's happening is that a connection is happening because the show is really about, we're disconnected. We're nameless and faceless to each other. But if we share stories, we realize we have more in common than we think. We're making these connections with people, and then after the show, strangers are going up to each other and saying, "Oh, you have a rescue dog? I have a rescue dog. You're from Saratoga? I'm from Saratoga." So it's been really, really cool and just in a fun way, not a schmaltzy way, you know.
And what do you hope the audience takes away from your show?
Nothing. I really don't care. I just want their money. No, I want them to kind of feel like it's a safe space to say whatever you want to say. It's not a political show, but I just think people I'm finding that they don't just want to tell their story, like they need to tell their story. They'll go on 20, 30 minutes and the story is amazing. Yeah, and so I just want them to come and feel like we're hanging out in somebody's big basement, having a couple of drinks and telling some stories together, and then maybe feel a little bit more connected to each other than we are now, especially in a city like this.
Oh, definitely, and in the world
right now. Yeah. This is really a nice sort of extension of what I do. Fell into it, not trying to change the world, but it's just a really cool vibe that's happening in the space, so hoping people can come out and see it.
So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And you're so funny, because I have to say, I don't laugh at many comedians.
Really?
No, I don't.
Wow.
I'm that person you don't want in the audience.
I'm glad I gave you $50 before the interview to laugh at me.
All right, thank you so much for joining.
Say hi to Lilo for me.
I will, and say hi to Daisy. Hopefully Daisy will see
I can't have eye contact with that dog. What are you, crazy?
All right, once again, Permission to Speak begins its national tour this Saturday at the Pollock Theater at Monmouth University in New Jersey. For more tour dates and tickets, you can head to paulmecurio.com/tour. We've also set up a link at cbsnewyork.com. We'll be right back.